Hi, everyone, and welcome to the special simulcast, the Neil Haley Show and the Mina Valentine Show with our host, Mina Valentine. Hi, Mina.
Hi, how are you today?
Fantastic.
Oh, good. I was thinking about telling the audience how I got interested in historical romance and how that genre has stayed so popular with readers through the years. I uh, not retired, but I resigned from my position as the dean and moved to Tennessee. So I needed something to do. I've been used to working 24/7 since I was 15 years old. So I started reading and I thought, you know, I really like these books. I got really hooked on the historical romances from England. And they talk about the Georgian era, and it's pretty easy to understand how that came about because it's all the Georges from the number one George to George the second to George the third. And that encompasses a pretty long period of time. The shorter is the Regency romance, and that has to do with King George the Second's son when he was a regent. What I think is so attractive about historical romance novels is as a reader, you're not there. You're reading about that time and the way they spoke to each other and the way they were titled and the way they carried themselves. And they went to balls and or galas, if you will. They danced, they touched, they rode horses, they did things that we romanticize. They they remind us that we could still be communicating like that if we just gave it a try. But in reality, if you really broke it down, there's nothing in that time period that would be romantic on a day-to-day basis. But just reading about it and the way they spoke to each other, the romance rituals, the courting rituals, um, those kind of things are romantic, and you can live vicariously without having to go back to that time. And that's what I love about it. I can write about that time. I don't have to go back to it. I don't want to go back to it. I think that if I could go, maybe I'd go for a day, but I'd want to come right back. Yeah, because women were pretty much uh, chattel. You know what I'm saying? There might have been men that respected the women, but they were pretty much just kind of merchandise. Um, and women had to come into a marriage with money. Uh, if they didn't have money, they better have something on the ball to entice a titled lord into marriage. But that's not romantic. And what I write about, it to a certain extent might include the buying and selling, uh, but a romance novel encompasses around the man and the woman and how they fall in love and how they stay in love. That is the beauty of the book.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the thing. And people love this uh time period, don't they?
Right. Yes, it's a really romantic time period. The women, they're feminine. They're they wear the skirts. They have the ball gowns. Um, they do the waltz. They dance. There's protocol. Um, there's expectations, and those kind of things are things of a bygone era. Things that we kind of look back on and go, "Gosh, that sounds really nice." Um, you can live vicariously through the book. That doesn't mean you really want to go back to that. But when a man is going to get on his horse and ride for miles and miles to find you and save you, oh, that's just wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's the late so in thinking about that era, that's why you love it. We're going to be talking about in later podcasts and newsletters basically more about the Georgian era and Regency romance for sure. My last question, Regency romance, it goes to a different time period, not just the Georgian era, right?
Georgian era is a huge amount of time because it encompasses all the Georges. George the First, the second, the regent, and then the third. So um, during the time of George the Second, he was incapacitated. He had a mental deficiency, and so his son took over the role, but he was the prince regent. That is the time period. The Regency romance encompasses that specific span of time. I think a lot of authors make um, classify themselves as a Regency romance author without really understanding the time period.
I agree.
Yeah,
They don't understand it completely and how
right,
it really works. Yeah.
right, right. Um, and I know one thing about the Regency time period is um, the Prince Regent. He was very promiscuous, had wild, crazy parties, but a lot of the artistic um, uh, statues and buildings that are still around today were because of him, because of the Prince Regent. Um, the the Parliament was not happy with him because he was very extravagant. But in retrospect, he did a lot as far as arts and sciences that is very much appreciated today by the English.
It's interesting. You're right about that time period. So what's new with you? Give us the updates for your fans.
Oh well, I'm doing my writing backwards, and I'm going to be putting out a lead magnet for everybody if they want to get on a book funnel. I'll let you know when I have it posted, and you can go in and get the lead magnet and read it and tell me what you think.
All right. And also, your latest book is out.
Yes, yes, it is. The Marquis craves his wife, and he does. He craves her very much. I think he is has probably one of the highest libidos of the four men. It's a good book, and it's he has unfailing love for her. He looks for her. He never gives up on her, and the end, at the very end, in the story, it's so sweet. Oh my god, I read it. I hadn't read it in a few weeks, and I read it and I cried. It's so sweet. So it's a good book, and I love that couple. I really love that couple.
And you wrote four books. And they're all
No,
available on Amazon.
but the four that I've published so far, they're on Amazon, and I think the newest one, book four of the Four Horsemen, I think that's still 99 cents.
Yep, we're making them 99 cents, and you keep getting sales, so you get the ebook and read the book and check it out for
And
sure.
leave me a review, please.
Yes, give her a 5-star review.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. And go to minavalentine.com if you want a paperback book autographed by her. Yeah.
that
All
would be.
right. That was a special simulcast of the Neil Hay Show and the Mina Valentine Show, guys. Take care.